We're going to start off with Rebecca Perry, and again in her wonderful book, Boundaries are pulled and stretched, like they are with all our poets this evening, in Beauty, Beauty. Her book, there's language from the internet, there's language from memory, there's language from Pitman's shorthand instruction book, there's found language from the writings of Tennessee Williams. There are, again, like we've had all evening, marvellous, glittering images. My bones are the wood of a campfire. Dinosaur droppings are pink and grey like a pork pie. What a fantastic image that is. Rebecca is an observer, a commentator, a voice in your ear that reminds you that poetry is, and not in any kind of cliched way, all around us. And reading Rebecca always makes me want to listen more and to look more and to use all my senses more and perhaps look deeply into pork pies just before I eat them, but not only pork pies, but everything. She strips things away from language and makes you use all your senses more and more. And in the poem, in the book, there's this line, there's a Japanese word meaning to repair broken pottery with gold. And again, it seems to me that's what she does. She repairs broken language with gold. Rebecca Perry.
Qasida of the Dead Sun. The world is in the process of ending. The insects have dropped from the air. The last wasp is sinking through the gloopy green water of a garden pond, the most melancholy diver. The sun is on the back at the very top of the sky, floating bleakly, jelly-eyed. A toad's heart is blinking inside its knobbly body as it contemplates the infinite civilizations of the world, the disappointment of having only ever truly known this one. Good evening. It's nice to be here and surprising, but mostly nice. I'll read 3 more poems. The second, I don't know if you've ever had the particular experience of visiting lots of museums in one day in a short period of time with a bad hangover, but if you have, it might result in a poem like this one. It's called Alabaster Baby. Walking from museum to museum, almost crying in each one, in front of an oil painting of a bowl of fruit, in front of a tiny suit of armor, in front of a glass display box of locusts treading all over each other, in front of a fossilized dinosaur dropping, pink and grey like a pork pie, split in 2 and varnished, in front of a stuffed pygmy marmoset hugging the smallest branch, in front of a reconstructed typical Tudor kitchen with taxidermied chickens and plastic bread, in front of hairpins and pots, a beautifully chiseled miniature family with a glowing baby you can see the light through, in front of the cake selection in the cafe, in front of a mummy with hair on its feet, a sign that says in 1902 it was publicly unwrapped and the bandages given to audience members as souvenirs, in front of various instruments for torture and castration dented with use, an animatronic man cowering in the corner, in front of a series of mosaics depicting erotic scenes from ancient Rome, in front of a life-size marble effigy of a girl about my age, her hands forced into prayer. I want to lean in and kiss her cold lips. The next poem is a poem I wrote in response to a request for poems in celebration of female friendship for an anthology edited by Amy Key called Best Friends Forever, looking for poetry in celebration and exploration of female friendship, which she and we felt was underrepresented in poetry. So this is my poem, Soup Sister, for my friend Laura Webb. And of course, it bothers me greatly that I can't know the quality of the light where you are, how your each day pans out, how the breeze lifts the dry leaves from the street, or how the street pulls away from the rain. Last week, I passed a tree that was exactly you in tree form, with a kind look and tiny sub-branches like your delicate wrists. 6 years ago, we were lying in a dark front room on perpendicular sofas, so hungover that our skin hurt to touch. How did we always manage to be heartbroken at the same time? I could chop, de-seed, and roast a butternut squash for dinner in the time it took you to shower. Steam curtained the windows, whiting out the rain which hit the house sideways. One of us, though I forget who, said, "Do you think women are treated like bowls waiting to be filled with soup?" And the other one said, "Of course." Now the world is big, and it's sinking and rising and stretching out its backbones. The rivers are too wild, the mountains are so old, and it's all laid out arrogantly between us. My friend, how long do you stand staring at the socks in your drawer, lined up neat as buns in a bakery, losing track of time and your place in the world, in the custody light of a morning? I'll finish with the first poem in the book. Thank you for listening. You didn't have much choice, but thank you anyway. This final poem is called Pow. Though I think of you eating 3 tiny chicken hearts on a skewer, or the skinny girl at school with shallow breathing and white hands, chicken-hearted means easily frightened and has nothing to do with the heart. A crown prince is a male heir to a sovereign throne. A crown princess is the wife of a crown prince. Though I think of opening our door to a postman we were told had died the month before, Postman's Knock is a game where imaginary letters are exchanged for kisses and has nothing to do with dead men at the door. In a man, the soul or mind, the stomach, for in a woman see, in a man. Camelopard is not a hybrid of a camel and a leopard. Though I think of a line of cow hearts strung up by the side of a road in Cochin, blurry with flies, their tubes open to the sky like bird mouths. A purple heart is nothing but an amphetamine or a US military decoration. Simplicity is a rainbird. A rainbird is a bird that can forewarn of rain. Butter and eggs is not butter and eggs, but a plant with 2 shades of yellow in its flower. Daffodil, toadflax, bunny mouths, dead men's bones, impudent lawyer, Jacob's ladder, lion's mouth, snapdragon. Though I am listing flowers, I am not thinking of flowers. Thank you.